You have been stabbed in the back. You have been emotionally destroyed, betrayed, taken apart by the humans you loved and held most dear. You have been treated unfairly, misjudged, villainized, and vilified. You live on in spite of your detractors. You bathe in bad blood, dine on beef, and dance to the rhythm of enmity. We struggle to forgive. We struggle to forgive our parents, our betrayers, ourselves. The infinite mirrors glare back at us, hearts full of spite, longing for a perfect form which requires no apology or excuse. We are attached to an imperfect mind, incapable of purity, possessing a shadow which requires the light of consciousness and a strong constitution to navigate. Our frustration with ourselves explodes outwards, projecting hate and anger on the faces of our loved ones. And they are all loved. The law of polarity teaches that love and hate are the presumed poles of one measure, and to feel the intensity of hatred, one must hold another dear enough to care. This does not imply a mutual affection. Our lives are touched in profound ways by other humans, friend, family, and stranger. We cannot choose when another makes an impression on our heart so strong that our lives and very thoughts are altered by their presence. A betrayal only hurts because of the presumed trust, whether in the heart of a friend or in the goodness of mankind, only to be taken advantage of and wounded, perhaps gravely. Wounded hearts hide. We conceal ourselves from would-be abusers, threats, and dangers, all of them who would reach out to touch our soul. We locked our soft parts away and devour the keys that any who wish to connect must first put their hands to our flesh and probe for the parts which trigger release. Our tears become targets, our trembling bodies unsure vehicles, spinning wheels tirelessly, and mud holes stomped by confidants and bastards alike. And still, we are the bastards. We are the thorns of the rose, drawing blood from well-meaning children. We are the nervous dog, destroying furniture and eating garbage for lack of security. We are the beasts, destroyers and eaters of worlds, lashing out with bitterness to meet a planet of danger and cruelty. Hurt dogs bite. Hurt people hurt people. The wrong folks are in therapy, and the world is upside down with falsified division, cutting through like a knife to the heart, fake news and deepfakes like a hammer to the head. We are left empty and alone with resentment. Fear of pain turned to rage at violence, settles like tar in our bodies. Ichor oozes from our lips when we speak. I hate her. He's a terrible person. I can never forgive what they did to me. And the wise will hear, I hate myself. I am a terrible person. I can never forgive myself for what I have done. It's a heavy load, a weight in our shoulders or rotting in our gut. Either way, dark, heavy, and deceptive, while the truth is light and brightens the path forward. What needs doing is an act of self-love so radical it radiates out the body and casts light onto all those whom surround. The discovery which must be made is that forgiveness requires no apology. No fence must be mended to protect your garden because borders are imagined. The barrier between you and I is one of perspective only, one which needs not a line for the truth to be revealed. And if you forgive me, then I will be with this resentment alone. If you are free, then I am chained only by my own force of will. My ego like a stone sunk to the bottom of a lake. If you are light, I am heavy, existing in an opposite but parallel reality to yours, where our severance makes one thing blindingly clear. It was not you whom I needed to forgive, for there is only one of us here. Radical forgiveness is self-love. The opposite is poison. It is punishment for oneself only, when the other has the power to release. Mutual vindictiveness is a game for two, and when turned to solitaire leaves only one puzzle to be solved. Why can't I forgive you? And the wise will hear, why can I not forgive myself? And here, two roads lie ahead. Your weaker self, full of hatred and rot, will continue down the road of tension. They will wear revenge like a noose, trailing behind them to be tripped upon and tangled. Your higher self, light and free, will take the road of forgiveness. They will sever the ties that bind, release the burden, and untether themselves from the karmic knot of revenge. This version will grow. They will change, and through radical forgiveness find the self-love required to find true peace, fulfillment, and everlasting joy. The choice is yours to make. But anytime you act against love, you are acting against yourself. When you choose to hold on, you are choosing desire, and this attachment is the root of all suffering. The desire to be right, the desire to be a victim, the desire to have an identity which separates you and your actions from a world which only appears indifferent because you have not assimilated into the heart of love. If you insist on seeing yourself in the cold, outside the system of nature, victim and victimizer are the only roles available and will switch at the lackadaisical whims of a restless mind. We must choose radicality in our forgiveness, our empathy, and our love. We must forgive them all. We must reject the decadence and self-satisfaction of a grudge maintained. We must seek the dark parts of ourselves which mirror the infractions of others, that we might begin to integrate our shadows and empathize with our great multitudes. This is the lesson, and there may be no other. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us. We'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven.